Tim from Diaz and Larsen is here. Their number is 801-596-1661. Jimbo has a question for you. Tim, what's your question?
Jim?
Jimbo.
I don't
Tim.
have a
What's your
question.
question, Tim? Now, I got a friend of mine who's in a Chapter 13. He filed a couple of years back, and he's renting an apartment.
Okay.
Owns a car that's paid off. It's kind of a beater. It's not really super nice car.
Okay.
Just lost his job last week.
Ooh.
So now he was freaking out. He called me over the weekend. He's like, man, what should I do? I can't afford I'm not going to be able to afford rent next month. So he's already making plans to find somewhere else to live because he's planning on getting evicted.
Okay.
Wow.
And he's pretty much planning on just forfeiting his bankruptcy because he can't afford the payments anymore.
Is this the only bankruptcy he's ever been in?
I don't know.
That would be something he wants to look at. Is he represented by an attorney?
Yeah, he was.
So if he's never been in a bankruptcy before, it'd be questionable why he's in the 13. Maybe he made good money when he filed.
He did have a decent job.
Okay, so he had a decent job when he filed. Circumstances have changed. He has a car that apparently you said isn't worth much.
It's a beater. I would say it's maybe worth $1,000 or $2,000, maybe.
He may want to look at if he doesn't have anything to lose, a car that he's not going to lose because it's not worth much money. He's renting, so he doesn't have a home worry. And if his circumstances have changed to where he has no income, he can look at converting his case to a Chapter 7.
He can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you really can do that?
Yeah, you can do that. If your circumstances change to that degree where your lifestyle just isn't what it was, and say you filed the 13 because at that time you had money.
Yeah.
And life hits us all where it sucks a lot of the time,
Yeah.
And if that happens, you're not stuck. I mean, the point of the 13 is if you don't qualify for a 7 and you need to be in one, or you want to keep assets. But also, if something like that happens to you, you can convert to a 7 if your circumstances have changed and you're not going to lose anything. So you'd want to schedule an appointment with his attorney to look at possibly converting the case to a Chapter 7 and wiping it all out.
Great. Okay.
Well,
I will
I did
let
not
him
know you could do that.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
see? It's not that secretive.
That was one of the things where I thought if you go into 13 and you things do get worse, all of a sudden you're stuck.
Yeah.
No, and in fact, one of the qualifications to be in a 13, you have to have income from some source. Now,
Because
it can be
in 13,
unemployment.
you're like restructuring and you're still
Yes.
paying back a
Yep.
portion of.
You have to prove that you can make that payment.
Gotcha, okay.
Right now, where he has no income, and if he doesn't have anything to lose, he may want to look at conversion.
If he doesn't convert and he doesn't make his payments on a 13, is he in trouble?
Yeah, the case could be dismissed and creditors can come after.
Okay.
Now, here's another thing about the icing for your buddy. If he's not going to lose anything and the conversion works for him, he's behind on this apartment that he's going to leave, right?
Right. He's
And
about to be.
And he's probably in a lease. If he converts, he can add that lease into the conversion and walk away from the lease.
Oh, nice.
You can add any new debt when you convert.
Holy cow.
That you've incurred since filing.
Wow.
Hey, new stuff.
No
right?
kidding. So if
Yeah.
you're listening and
Good
you're
job,
in this
Jimbo.
and you're in this situation too,
Yeah.
pay attention.
Conversion can be an option, and sometimes it's a great option.
Right.
Wow.
We'll talk to him tonight. I
Interesting,
told him
man.
I'd ask you today.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
thanks.
Well, I'll tell you what, if nobody's got any questions, and what I find so interesting is once Tim leaves, our phones will light up,
Yeah.
and people start asking us questions
Yeah, I
about
promise.
this. Like, we
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. You can still call my office, though.
Okay. 801-596-1661. It's easy to remember. Write it down, 596-1661, 1661. Tim, thanks for coming by,
Hey,
man.
thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.
You too.
K-Bet 101.